I think he forgot to unmute her.
Kyrox, unmute her.
He can't hear us.
What?
Can we do that over again?
Really?
Go ahead. He
Are
forgot
we
to.
live?
Yes.
We're live. I forgot to. Angel, it's your fucking laundry basket. Move your fucking laundry basket, man.
Easy, Ken.
Okay. Well, if that was up to me, it would have been perfect. But unfortunately, sometimes I'm in the hands of other people. So, anyways, welcome to the Disorderly Podcast, guys. My name is DogOwner, and we are here for our weekly podcast. And as I said before, I'm here with my lovely co-hosts, Pixel, Angel, and Kyrox.
Hello.
So, and technical difficulties, you gotta love it. So this week's topic is one that's a little bit, some would say left field, but I find it pretty interesting. And what would you choose to be your last meal if you knew it was your last meal? So we kind of are going to get into that, see what the guys would want for their last dinner or lunch, whatever time it would be. But first, we can kind of catch up on how everybody's week has been, if anything interesting has happened or anything of note. So, guys, what's been going on?
Can I go first?
Mm-hmm.
If you're nice.
Angel, why you got a laundry basket behind you?
Keo!
You can literally just pick it up and put it on the ground. Why is it there?
Look. The reason why that sucker's back there is because that's holding that piece of shit, which is falling off from the top. Well, you can't see it from this camera angle, but still.
How are you doing today, Angel?
Doing good. Glad to say everything's fallen in place for people who've missed the announcement on Twitter or Keo stream. Yes, our first episode is finally up on YouTube as well as Spotify.
Let's go.
Unfortunately, can't do Apple because Apple won't let me log into my account and I can't make a new one. But it's getting
maybe message me and I can.
Yeah, we could see if one of us could do it on our end.
Yeah. I'll send you the audio file for that.
Sweet.
Mr. Pixel.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? How's your week been, Pixel? You got anything? You got anything to add in here to our laundry basket?
Good. Yeah.
Conversation?
A large portion of it's been really great. I've been hanging out with a lot of flight attendant friends and stuff like that. Went to go grab drinks and we did like potluck or something like that. At,
Ooh.
Yeah, one of the attendants' houses. So that was fun. I just brought
What did you
beer.
bring to potluck?
Yeah, I just brought beer.
You can't go wrong with the beer. Like when bringing
They were
drinks.
happy with it. They were like, not enough people brought things, so thanks for bringing drinks. So I mean,
What
they were
kind-
all gone by the end of the thing, so we did good. And then we played Hot Takes. Have y'all ever played that?
No, what
It's
is
kind
it?
of like Cards Against Humanity, but like, I don't know if it was like, I want my last meal to be Kraft mac and cheese, and then you like throw it down, like to bring it into this topic.
No, I hope that's nobody's answer for today. Kraft mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Well, see, and that would be your hot take, and then you have to like defend it and stuff. And it, like on the
Okay.
surface level, it seemed like really kind of, I don't know, it didn't seem like it was gonna be that great, but we had a great time. So yeah, we were all. It seemed like a really good icebreaker game because since none of us really knew each other directly, we just knew like one person. Some of us knew each other, but some of us didn't. I'd flown with like one other person there altogether, and there was like 12 people there. So so it was a good icebreaker to meet everybody and stuff like that. And then we just talked for hours. So it was a good all around time. That was probably my highlight of my week. Other than that, just kind of chilling, lots of doctor's appointments, stuff like that. So trying to tie up loose ends here while I'm here in Texas.
Sure.
Gotcha.
I feel like games like that can be really, like, I don't want to say boring, but they can be like kind of not as fun. But if you're with the right crowd and the right people, it doesn't matter what you're playing. You can always have a great time.
Yeah. And think
Maybe
like,
Maybe we do that one night.
oh, that'd be fun.
Cards Against
You
Humanity.
just like had to like show your cards.
Yeah,
The thing
yeah.
about Cards Against Humanity is like it's been played for so long. I feel like we're just kind of all desensitized to it.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I'm just like, oh, Cards Against Humanity, yay. Like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
There's some other ones that are
similar.
pretty good. Like, I know there's ones called like What Do You Meme, and I think you just caption like memes and stuff like that, and they're pretty good. So.
Yeah, that could be a good idea. I mean, maybe like a brand new one that we all haven't played before or something.
Yeah.
Like one night we do it.
But we do.
Yes, Kyrax, yes.
We would have to know the rules beforehand because the stream would be really boring for the first 15 minutes.
Do it?
Sure.
No.
Okay, have a laundry basket behind them.
Oh my God, we're gonna hear it for this whole episode.
Look,
the
like
laundry basket.
If it makes him feel any better, I'll put all my clean underwear on top of that basket. It'll make it look so much prettier.
Angel, you showed us your underwear, and you had like you had a piece of underwear that didn't.
I lost that other leg in the war. I'm sorry. I just couldn't help it.
Jeez, OP.
You missed that when he literally was like, "Oh yeah, let's see that clean underwear." It was Pixel that was like, "Let me see that underwear," and I went to undo it, and I was holding on to the one leg, and I'm like, "Shit! Oh, here you go. Just show it anyway." It was great. Good content.
Yeah. So go ahead, Angel. How's your week?
Oh, I did my week. What about your week and DogOwner's week?
Yeah, we've had some exciting things going on over here. House hunting, which is both stressful and exciting. So we did find a house and we put an offer in yesterday. Hopefully we'll know by the end of tonight if we got it. So I feel like this my whole day. I feel like this stress on me of not knowing if we're gonna get the house or if we're not. And if we don't, it's okay. All our marbles aren't in one basket. We can continue looking, but just fingers crossed that they come back tonight and say, "Yep, it's all yours." Yes, because I would really like this house. It's got tons of room, and it would work out really nicely.
And you should have a response by tonight.
Yeah, that's what they said. Because originally we put the offer in yesterday and said, "Well, you have till noon on Saturday." Well, by noon Saturday, which is today, they gave a counter offer. So then we submitted our new one, so we should know tonight. My realtor is super sweet. She's really nice. So she's been talking to me all day. So that's really the highlight of my week. It was a work week for me, so now I'm finally off for a week, and I'm headed to Florida tomorrow.
How dare you?
So that'll be good.
What are you trying to show? Three?
I will send you the message. I'll send you a screenshot of what I'm looking
What is it? You can't tell whatever you're going to try to show us.
Most indiscreet.
I forgot that. I forgot the brightness of the phone
on
effects.
Twitch.
Yo.
Okay. And we're broadcasting to 30-something people right now.
Y'all. Beautiful. But yeah.
Yeah.
No worries.
So I guess it's my turn for my week. House hunting.
Yep.
We did a stream today, which was pretty good. Fortnite.
Got
No
3 wins.
sponsorship, so we're just chilling.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a weird week. I was sick for a couple days, but bounced back from it and seeing the house. And when we were looking at the house, I was nitpicking things, and DogOwner was like, "Oh well." I feel like DogOwner was like pro, like, okay, this is awesome. I'm amazed by this. I'm like, what about this water damage on everything on this sink? Like, just completely nitpicking everything. Because I feel like you had to.
And that's good though. I invited the nitpicks. It's a big
good
purchase.
cop, bad cop.
Yeah. But then everything that you were saying, I was like, well, this is how we'll fix it.
Yeah.
Kyrax, so there's a cobweb. No way to fix those.
Actually, I went into a room and a spider web went in my face. All right.
Yeah. Well, it's an empty house. It's been vacant for at least 4 or 5 months.
Why is it so vacant?
Because they're trying to sell it.
Why nobody?
They renovated the whole house and now they're trying to sell it.
Why do I got hot texts?
Because your abs are popping, Superman. Can we talk about that for a minute?
Yeah,
we've all ignored.
Yeah, actually, since we're talking about Kyrax's week, what's your routine? Tell us.
I do
Oh my gosh.
Detro and
Destro, like
Bar
I'm
and
familiar with that.
and-
Detro.
Handbar.
Anabar and I do
Anabar.
onesie
These-
twosie.
These are not real things.
Are these
Superman.
drugs or workouts?
What the hell?
I'm on Ozempic.
I know that medicine.
Wow.
I'm getting my flex on.
Oh yeah.
Are we gonna get a dress up from you every week, Irox, now, or is this a normal thing?
Yeah,
or...
I think I need to because it brings numbers in. Like we got costumes for days. I almost feel like we have to,
God.
and I just don't even act like it's a problem.
Okay.
I'm just continuing my
What was
life.
that?
Wait,
I saw that.
Who was that child?
That was
Why you
Miguel.
got an Xbox controller on a TV screen? Back
I got a sensor bar here for a second.
Oh, on my end, it was just like super blurred.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
This is the
crazy.
fastest kid in the West.
Well, Keo, if you want to dress up like that every week, I think we can all look forward to that. You don't have a lack of costumes. I can say that.
Well, and I've been him on. Like, should I get Suicide Squad? Should I not? A lot of people say it's bad. I don't know, but
It's, the big life questions
Mhm.
that we struggle to
Dog
answer if we should buy suicide the game or not.
You know, maybe we should make.
I
A
think it's
poll.
a different game every week that you're debating if you should get.
no. I'm gonna go to G2A where Pixel likes to shop.
What's
What are you
that?
talking about?
Don't worry about it.
Well,
Sorry,
then-
so for the
G2A?
topic of the day.
Wait. Before we do the topic, are we gonna talk about like media stuff?
Are we doing that early or late?
That's at the
Oh.
end.
Yeah.
So, DogOwner,
Whatever, Mercy.
take us through this journey that we're having.
Okay, so it's a topic that's not meant to make anyone, viewers, feel uncomfortable or weird about it, who are kind of weird around maybe like the death subject, because we're not concentrating on the death part. We're concentrating on if you have the knowledge, if you have the opportunity to have the knowledge that you're gonna die, and you can pick your last meal. And kind of when you hear those words, your first thoughts are like convicted felons that are on death row or whatever. Which actually, if you are on death row and you are having your last meal, which I learned, I didn't know this, is everywhere except Florida, you have to have something made out of the prison kitchen.
Wow,
Oh.
that sucks.
Which I didn't put those rules on us because
So-
obviously it
Yeah.
very much narrows our variety, and I wanted us to be able to have more conversation about it. But in real life,
Let's do this. I'm gonna add something. Let's do our prison food one. That's because I see here in Florida. It's funny while you were saying it, I was looking it up. It says Florida has to be under $40.
Yes.
So like, think
What?
of something.
that's what I was going to next.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think it'd be fun of both.
In Florida, it can be, you can do a local outside food provider, but it has to be 40 or under or dollars. So like if you can't go crazy ordering a steak and potatoes and da 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 da. So it has to be under $40, and that's only Florida. Everywhere else, to my knowledge, you have to have something from the prison kitchen. So that kind of narrows it.
Outlaw King said I would never have a last meal because they would never take me alive.
Respect.
I like that energy.
Respect.
I like that energy.
That is going right into the next episode, sir. That's staying right on there.
And something to add to it too is you can request alcohol, but it is typically denied. So if you want like some whiskey or some shit, just
Well, I
to
mean,
make
honestly,
it go.
You probably don't
Yeah, 'cause
want
of-
it. Because
No?
not to get super dark, but if it interacts badly with the medicine that you're.
That's actually probably why they deny it. I didn't think about
Yeah,
that.
I
That's a good
would.
point. That's a good point. So we can kind of keep moving forward. I don't want to. There's things that I am okay talking about, but I know it makes other people uncomfy.
No, it's
So
unhinged dog owner.
I love this topic. Let's yeah.
yeah,
This
so
is disorderly.
most people or most prisoners on death row can request their last meal. There's a lot of popular ones like fried chicken and whatever. And one of the most popular situations was Ted Bundy. He refused to request a last meal, and I guess by law they have to give them one. So they gave him like fried chicken, a salad, and some other stuff, and he didn't take a single bite of it. He just chose not to have his last meal.
Oh wow.
And then kind of waved goodbye to one of the most prolific serial killers in our country. So anyway, I was curious, Alex.
No, so I've seen videos of prisoners having their last meal.
Mhm.
Oh,
And they're they're not enjoying it, and just throwing it out there.
Well, that could be something else we talk about. Let's talk about what we would have, and would we even have the capacity to enjoy it? But
can we put crimes on other people? Like, can I put a crime on you and you put a crime on someone puts a crime?
maybe that's okay. No. We could do that. Maybe third stage. We do
Yeah.
second stage, and then
Yeah.
third stage we start throwing crimes on people.
Okay, so
so let's talk about our meals,
okay.
and then why we think each other is even on death row.
So I have a question, and this does pertain to the last meal. So when we're choosing our last meal, is there any limit to how much, the dollar limit that we can have in order to enjoy that last meal? So yeah, are we doing 40, 20? Are we doing up to 60?
So that's what I was saying. I think it would be funny to do a version and then the Florida version, where you have to.
So the
Mickey
prison
D's.
version.
Okay. Yeah, like Mickey D's or Chick-fil-A or
Yeah.
what would be your fast thing, and then what would be your
the one you dread.
Yeah.
Should we do first thing is our fast food one, and then the next one is our legitimate one?
Sure.
Well, I think you could just do a whole story for both. Yeah.
And then we can add
How
in
about
drinks.
we run around?
Okay.
So
Do a round
dog
of
owner.
each? Okay.
Yeah. So dog owner, what would your last meal? They don't give a f about you. Fast food. What are you getting?
And I can get whatever I want. So this is my meal of
$40. You got $40.
Okay. I think I'm under 40. So I freaking love me some fried chicken. I need some fried chicken in my life, and more specifically, Popeyes. The 8-piece tender family meal.
Oh.
I need all of that. Give me that with Cajun fries, which it's a family meal, so it's fucking big.
Mhm.
And I don't know how much it costs because we didn't talk about cost before we did it, but maybe 20, 25. So I want that. I want a large side of KFC mac and cheese. And then I want Chick-fil-A sauce to dip my tenders in.
Okay.
And very, very last for dessert. What, Keo?
Free. You just go in the store and shit.
Oh, the sauce is great. And the very last thing that I will wrap my meal up with is a dessert it's a pretty basic dessert, but my favorite one's from Outback, where it's the warm brownie on the bottom, a big old scoop of vanilla ice cream on top, drizzled with some hot fudge. And I can guarantee I would tear this meal up.
Even if you're on death row,
Even
you're saying you're
death row.
done, you're done. It's time to cost for your crimes, dog owner. Killed a family of 4, and here's your meal. You're done.
Family of 4, I'll eat 2 tenders for each.
Remind me when I come
tender.
to visit you that I sleep in the separate room with the door locked.
Give me all the tendies.
Yeah. In the new place,
so
in the
good.
new place, we'd be like, "Hey, Angel, here's the basement."
You want to see my quiet room?
Be careful, the stairs are steep.
Ignore that outside padlock on the door down there.
Oh
my gosh. So that is my meal. That's really it's kind of it's tempting to get fancy, one meal, what am I gonna have? But I genuinely love my fried chicken.
I think we do a cheap one and then the fancy one. I think I know I'm going all over the place.
Yeah, you are. You are. So all right, Angel, what is your chosen?
Oh, that's a good one. See, I have quite a few in mind, but the one I could think of would definitely be Chinese food, because typically when you go to get Chinese food, from an actual downtown area that serves authentic food, they serve bigger portions. So instead of let's say you go to a Mexican restaurant, you get
dim sum.
Yeah, you get dim sum, dude. Literally, we're gonna go eat some later on, but it's not gonna be dim sum. I can tell you that now. But Mexican restaurants or any other restaurant, you'll get a smaller portion, and they charge you more. But we go to a Chinese restaurant, we can get a full plate of rice for maybe about $9 to $10. and then we could also get like the meat and pork buns and stuff like that. So I think I would rather go that route, and I can literally spend under $40 for just a bigger portion of what I want.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You'd be able to
Just
get a
bigger
lot.
portion, but yeah, like you want something to drink alongside it, or like some dessert.
but see,
Like
that's
who wants a full belly of like one thing when they could have like 3 things right before they die?
you see that the thing is they actually serve you tea. And what I didn't know was that actually does help while you're eating, food like that. And we went so many times with Bry and his mom and his sister that.
And a sophisticated killer.
Yeah, that's right.
He wasn't found out for years.
How many lives you got in the back, big boy?
Yeah. He's over there like, I drink tea for my last meal. I'm like, ooh. Be worried about this guy.
Little
Red
pinky
flag.
size.
That's
No,
funny.
that sounds good though. I mean, you'd definitely be full. You'd be going into it with a full belly.
Yes. I want to.
Angel, I like how you picked.
all over the place.
I like how you picked takeout before they take you out.
Hey, you gotta go with the big bang.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I'm actually curious, Pixel. What would your last meal be?
My last meal.
Your
Man.
fancy meal.
Like so. Is this my fancy meal?
Maybe.
No, this is a cheap one, like 40
cheap
under
one.
$40.
Okay,
Yeah.
under $40.
Yeah.
I can do my dessert right now. Maple walnut ice cream, absolutely amazing. There's a place over here called Brahms. They sell it. It's kind of local to like the southern parts of the United States. And oh my gosh, it's so good. That was my first job, and I still like think about that ice cream.
Big impact.
And then, man, what would I eat? It'd probably be something like chicken as well. I don't want to like just hit the same topic, but it'd be like some sort of chicken, like a Chick-fil-A sauce, or maybe like a cane sauce. But I would want better chicken if it was with the cane sauce. You know what I mean? Like the best thing about canes is the sauce. And the Texas toast. So
I've never had that.
Me neither.
oh, you've never had canes?
I've
Okay.
never had it.
I had it.
So it's probably similar to the Popeyes you're mentioning. So does Popeyes give like a sauce with it, or
Yeah.
so Chick-fil-A
Yeah.
is just a better version?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
guessing?
just my choice.
so-
but I love Chick-fil-A sauce.
So it's probably literally what Cane's gives you. Cane's just says chicken though. Like that's like the only thing on their menu, and it's getting pretty big. I know like Post Malone loves it. He actually opened up his like own like Post Malone themed canes, Raisin Canes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
So
pretty
so yeah. I think they're moving around the nation right now. So you might see one soon. I think they're pretty good. So I would say probably Canes. Some maple walnut ice cream for dessert. What would I drink? I couldn't tell you, man. Probably just water. I'd be so nervous. I don't think I could drink anything else.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I mean, water's always a good option. Water's always good.
yeah.
Okay,
Nothing wrong with water.
if you're not in the brink of death, what would you order then?
If I'm on the brink of like
That's the whole
maybe
point of
maybe a beer. See if I had a beer, I'd want to be like so fucked up though. Like I'd want a lot of beer.
You want beer with 3 shots of vodka in it?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I'm just chugging it all at once so you can feel
All
it.
right, Kyrox, what's yours and why is it hot Cheetos?
Well, that's it, everybody. He's gone.
Yeah, like 10 bags of hot
It would-
fries.
It wouldn't just be so. I would get a 40 count of nuggets from Chick-fil-A with the sauce.
Okay.
I would get a serving, 2 servings of KFC mashed potatoes and gravy.
Mm,
I would get also a bag of it. I would spend the whole fund. The rest of the fund is spent towards Flaming Hot Cheetos or Flaming Hot products. Cheetos, Doritos, Funyuns, Fritos, Lay's. I get it all. Puffs
Okay. He's
jerky.
going a whole different angle.
jerky. And the thing is, I'm a maniac. I'd have my nuggets. I'd have my Chick-fil-A nuggets, and then everything else goes into the mashed potatoes, and I mix it up and I eat it.
I can see
Beautiful.
that ending bad because the minute he actually
Ending bad.
Look
It
at
wasn't
fun regardless.
no,
How's it going to end any worse?
no, look at
I'm
this
done,
is
dude.
this is how I could
Done.
imagine him going, like eating all that. Like, you remember the last time you ate that, and then the same day you're like, oh, I can't move.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it though is I'm not the person that's going to experience it the next day, and I'm not also the person cleaning it up.
True.
Kyrox also wants to go out on his own terms. He's like, what's going to get me first?
Wait, I
this
forgot
or,
one
or the
thing.
hot Cheetos.
I forgot one thing. On top of the mashed potato hot Cheeto mess, Taco Bell Diablo sauce.
Oh, can't forget the Diablo
As
sauce.
many packets as I can put in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Guy who farts says Flaming Hot Cheetos Mountain Dew. Like, give me a bunch of Baja Blast. That's what it is.
It's funny,
Alright.
like after mentioning a lot of stuff from Taco Bell, it's probably still like $12, like what you just mentioned there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's gonna cost the most is the 40 count of nuggets from Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So then I guess if we're giving it as an option of our fancy meal,
Yeah, but the fanciest meal you can
yeah,
possibly.
I mean, I'm not a super fancy person, but I guess I'd have to say a fat like piece of steak,
Yeah.
like a filet mignon, medium rare, with like sautéed onions and mushrooms on top.
Okay.
And then I think I would want the side of mashed potatoes, like garlic mashed potatoes, and then like a nice, not glass, but bottle of Butter's Chardonnay. And then that's kind of, and then like I guess I would preface that with some like biscuits and butter, like Red Lobster biscuits, which aren't fancy but they're fucking good.
It's fancy
So-
enough.
Yeah, that's my fancy meal: steak, mashed potatoes, onions.
Where are you getting it? Where is it from?
Black Rock.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Black Rock.
I'm gonna go right into mine because I'm getting mine from Black Rock.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What are you
okay.
getting?
I'm getting my it's an establishment in Michigan, lower downstate Michigan, Black Rock.
So good.
The next time we go downstate, we have to get it.
It's one of those restaurants that they, if you order, you can order a stone, so they bring you your meat rare on the stone and you're slicing it as it cooks, and you're eating it freshly, like cooked.
Mm.
But you don't have to like cook it yourself. It's not like Korean barbecue.
It just,
But all you gotta do is cut it.
yeah, it's sitting on the stone, cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. It's so good.
Restaurants should be
It's-
like that.
So
This is my hot take.
Oh, well, I like it because it's hot. It
when
stays
you go,
really
when you
hot.
go to Michigan, we're gonna go 4 hours downstate so you can try it.
How much money do you think I have? I'm just kidding.
It's good. It's good. Wait, Kia, did he say what you would get?
I would get Black Rock. I get the biggest steak that they get.
Mm.
I get mashed potatoes.
Oh, mashed potatoes.
I would get their French onion soup,
Okay.
and I don't know. Do I get French onion soup or French onion soup?
There's no limit. You get it all.
And I'd get fries and Diablo sauce.
Oh my god, fucking yum.
Diablo
He,
sauce.
he wants to
Sometimes
make
it's
sure.
just so good.
Oh
He
my
just
God.
wants to make
Maybe
sure.
I'm maybe on my own planet, but that is the best.
That's fine.
Kyrox got found out after his first murder.
You didn't make it out the house. Cops were there.
Throw him on the electric chair, just shitting out fucking Diablo sauce.
Oh my gosh. All right, Pixel, what's your fancy?
Wait.
Kia's got
Oh, wait.
something to add.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting some shrimp
Okay.
and
Flaming Hots.
some salmon, some whitefish, all of it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Also a honey ham.
Does BlackRock do
Ooh, yummy. Yeah, they do.
good? Ooh.
That's it.
That's
This
it.
is make me hungry.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you're hungry.
I'm eating tonight. I don't care.
Why did we pick this topic?
Yup. Food
For
topic.
dinner, right? Okay, is that it, Keo?
That's,
All set?
that's it. I'm done.
Okay.
5 seconds later. Wait.
Oh, no, so bad. All right, Pixel, take it away.
I'd probably I do salmon and scallops. I like the little I don't even know what animal that is. I mean, it is a scallop, right? But all I know is they taste delicious.
They're like round and white.
It's like clams and stuff, right? Aren't they similar to like
Something
clams
like that,
and
yeah.
things like
I
that?
think
Yeah,
so.
I love scallops. That's all I know. And then
Good.
I do.
DogOwner hates fish. Don't
I do
let
mashed.
her-
What?
Yeah.
Mhm.
A moment of silence, everyone.
I'll eat fried calamari, but that's about it. Oh, and
Okay.
tuna.
And then yeah, I'd probably do mashed potatoes just because they taste good with everything.
You getting gravy on it?
Mm.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
ham and
absolutely.
turkey combo.
No, I think fish would be great, and then, man, I don't know, because it sounds like I'm a sophisticated killer now. Because we get, you know, do you get a higher budget if you like, are famous?
Oh
How many
wow!
years you escaped the police?
Yeah.
Um,
Well, if you're famous, you just get away with it like OJ.
Oh god!
Yeah, that yeah.
and then yeah, probably like wine or something like that, because I'm a fancy sophisticated killer. Yeah.
I want to add.
I knew it.
I want to add one more to mine.
As predicted.
A full bottle of vodka. I'm chugging that shit.
Oh my god!
Big
Jesus Christ.
2 liter of it. I'm
Ouch.
sorry, Pixel.
Silence. Jeez, oh, 2 liters?
Yeah, 2 liter of
You
vodka.
would-
They're not
you'd
even
end
gonna
up-
let you have it, apparently.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
that-
you'd be done. You would be dead.
Either way, I'm done.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Okay.
I think the hot Cheeto mashed potato saucy thing. They probably just let you have. They're like, all
I
right,
have a heart attack.
it's either or. One or the other is gonna get
The
you.
sad thing is, I've done it before.
He did.
Yeah.
But he hasn't done it since.
No.
Thanksgiving, your cousin
Yeah.
gave us a bunch of mashed potatoes. I mixed it all in with
I know.
gravy and flaming hot Cheetos, and oh my god.
I saw the bowl in the sink the next morning. I said, I know exactly what happened here.
I know what happened here.
And
Red.
I was like,
Red
he's
is
gonna
always
wake
the
up feeling
culprit.
sick.
I wake up and like,
Kyrox, she saw both bowls, dude.
I'm my own worst enemy. Also, I'm Superman.
All right, Angel. What are you having for your fancy last meal?
Okay, so I put a little bit of thought into this because I normally don't go for fancy stuff. Japanese Wagyu beef, which is the most expensive steak.
Yeah, you're
Oh
right.
my
You know
god.
what?
Or the beef. I'm sorry, not steak, beef. So it's the most expensive thing you can get, and I'm like, damn. Even looking at pictures, the way they cook it, it's not like.
Have you had any?
I know, but it looks fantastic. I just don't know where to get it.
Twice.
You've had it twice?
My stepdad
God.
spares no expense when it comes to buying meats and grilling and all that, and he's gotten it for me twice.
Oh my god.
You had it, I
I'm
think.
jealous.
Before, twice.
I'm jealous now.
You gotta come to Tampa with us sometime.
Oh yeah, I'm
Like, stepdad, you gotta get some Wagyu.
I don't know how he's gonna feel about the fetuses running around. Also, Angel doesn't fly in a plane.
I will learn. I will learn. But
Well, what do you have?
Angel, I'll fly. I'll fly with you. I'll fly up to wherever you are, and then I'll fly.
He'll hold your hand.
I was about to ask him if he could hold my hand.
Oh my gosh.
So I
well,
would-
what would you be having with that Wagyu?
So while I have that, I thought about maybe trying some traditional sushi, right? Because normally
sushi.
like real good, like it's made in front of you type of sushi instead of it being prepackaged and stuff like that. I definitely would go for like a dessert, kind of like a what's that dessert that they have? It's like ice cream with the brownie on top. It's got all the fudge and whatnot. You usually
Yeah,
see
that's
it-
what I wanted.
That's what you wanted to? Yeah. So I would go with something like that, and then for like a final drink, I would end up breaking my no drinking rule. And for
That's a
shits
good
and
point. You might as well.
Yeah.
for shits and giggles, I would just drink E&J just to make Panda sick.
Oh,
Is Panda there?
Yeah, she's here. She's gonna be
You're
watching.
First to volunteer, yeah, to watch.
Like, come on, Panda. It's like, no, I don't want to see that. Yeah, bottle gone. 2 seconds. I'm already puking. But
So, was that it? I'm sorry.
no, yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's situational. If you're in jail and you're on death row, you pick your meal, you don't have any other options in what you get to do. But as us talking here right now, choosing our last meals, say that our last meal wasn't maybe necessarily as important as maybe a last experience. If we know it's the last thing that we could do on this planet, you have 24 hours, there's no budget. Is there something that I didn't ask you guys before because I wanted you real time to think, if I had to pick right now, what would I go do? What is something that you would
And
need to
24 hours
do?
is the
Yes.
parameter.
Yep, you have 24 hours to go do, and budget is not a factor. So it doesn't matter what you got in your bank account right now. It doesn't matter. And myself, like I haven't really even thought about it. I thought of the question, but I was like, oh, let me just kind of sit there and think about it for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be something big. It can be something small. I mean,
What would you do? You haven't thought it through that much?
I really don't know. I think because I am so much family that I ideally would be in Tampa with my family and just spending one more day all at my mom's house. My mom's been in her home for almost 15 years. So we've really done all of our celebrations there, holidays, get-togethers, my open house for high school graduation, like everything was at that house. So kind of envisioning myself with my remaining family that's still alive and having all the dogs there and everyone just being together, having drinks and hanging out. Mm-hmm. Kind of having the experience of being with my family would be ideally what I would do on my last day.
I like that.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I like
really
that.
Yeah.
It's gonna make mine sound really selfish.
And get fucked up.
A private jet because money is no object, right? Fly myself over to Rome, have a good freaking time, drink, go get to see like all the sights I wanted to see. What?
Fuck some whores.
The hell?
This is a family-friendly podcast.
I don't know about that guy, wrong.
Says who?
Guy adding things like that. I saw his face and I was like, he's gonna say
all the bitches.
I didn't know what he was gonna say.
But know what's important to him.
Not on my itinerary at the moment. But yeah, just you know, tour around there and send my parents a nice text message. No, I'm just kidding. no, I'm just kidding.
Fuck y'all motherfuckers.
I just wanted it to be like polar opposite from yours.
1,000 health points.
That's okay. And the thing is, it's your experience, so it doesn't matter how like crazy it is. Like that's just me.
But I think that's what I would do. I don't know because 24 hours is hard. I mean, I wouldn't have that much time over there, because flight's long. But I got on the fastest plane we got. Yeah.
All an ass.
Yeah. All
right. Angel, what are you doing?
That's a good question.
It's kind of
you had all this time to think about it.
Well, see, that's the thing though. Like with all the time in the world, that you know how much more there is to do when you are thinking about it versus when you're not. Because it's easier to come up with a simple like, oh, I'd rather just hang out with this person or go to the next state over and travel that. But when it comes down to it, like, do you want to do something fun, spontaneous, dangerous? Realistically, like, I personally would go and hit every roller coaster, even though I haven't been on one in like years, so it kind of freaks me out to be up that high. But I would say if it was like a final 24 hours, I think I would actually go skydiving.
Oh,
that was on my bucket list.
Yes.
What? Wait, this man doesn't like planes. He wants to jump out of one.
Excuse me. If I
Hold up.
I'm gonna go there with him and push him.
I don't even plan to jump out of one anytime soon.
I'm not jumping out of your plane because I don't want you to have that on your conscience.
Oh my God.
I don't know. It's more of a like, I would rather have the last one to be, even though it's gonna be terrifying anyway for the last 24 hours. Might as well make it as spontaneous and fun as possible, even at like death-defying heights. So you might as well make it that last thing you do, and if you survive it, cool. At least you enjoyed something that you've never done before, and it's off your list.
Yeah. Had a new experience.
Yeah. Which
No, I like it. What kind of shirt are you wearing?
There you go. It's got a rose. Little skull hand holding the rose.
Yeah.
Is it like a brand?
No, surprisingly, I don't think it is. Yeah, it used to look a lot better before.
Kyrox, what kind of shirt are you wearing?
Yeah.
Hey, you guys!
Kyrox is like subtle jabs to Angel.
He's
over
OP.
here.
Why you got that laundry basket by your
I was
desk?
curious what shirt he was wearing.
Kyrox, what are you doing your last 24 hours besides being Superman?
I'm going to Japan.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to Tokyo.
Nice.
I'm going to I can't remember where Jujutsu Kaisen the last season ended. I
Mhm.
can't think of the name of it. Akihabara.
Okay.
I'm going to I'm going all across Japan. Okinawa. Like I want to see it. Like that's something I want to do. Like even if it's disappointing, which I don't think it will be. I think
No, it won't
Tokyo will
be
be
sweet
fun.
at
I
all.
think
Yeah.
Akihabara will be fun.
I think it'd be amazing.
Okinawa. There's a couple of places I can think of, but I would go to Japan. Just like I'd hit the arcades. I'd go to a sex motel.
What
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
I would go.
You're making Pixel uncomfortable.
I would go to all
Make me
these
blush.
places, man. It's even like getting a hotel and sitting there watching Japanese TV. Like I would love to do that. Like I studied it for a long time. I know probably like 13% of it, but I can't pick up on all
Oh,
that stuff.
really?
But definitely want to do that. Maybe see a Hatsune Miku concert there. Like just I just want to go to Japan.
I would like to see a concert there too. Yeah.
I don't even give a shit if I'm seeing Taylor Swift in
Preferably not, but
which she is performing the day before the Super Bowl in Japan.
Yeah, no, he's a
He's a
closet-
Swifter.
He's a Swiftie.
He's a Swifty.
Closet Swifty.
I am not a Swiftie. I've actually been to a Taylor Swift.
I like
concert
Taylor
before.
Be embarrassed. Cute.
Yeah, I like
No.
Taylor Swift. She's-
I'll be a Swiftie with you.
I will openly. I've been to a Taylor Swift concert before. This was like 13, 14 years ago. Worst concert I've ever been to.
Oh,
No capping. I'm sure. And I think from what I've seen, she's
there
really
goes our
refined
viewership.
it.
I'm just kidding.
From what I've seen, she's really refined
Kyrox, you
it.
know how many Swifties there are?
But back when I saw Taylor Swift, it was like she got up on stage and was talking about her ex-boyfriends nonstop, and then was randomly crying to the stage. And I know a lot of people like that, but I'm just like, this ain't it for me.
Cringe.
It was very cringe.
Yeah.
But so yeah.
So
I would
we
definitely go to
won't
Tokyo.
take you to a Taylor Swift concert for your last
I
24 hours.
prefer not to, but that's the
There's
only
plenty of bands
concert
out-
around I would.
Wait. If it means that we can torture him for the last 24 hours, we should take him. We should take him.
I would hope that a Bone Thugs and Harmony concert would be.
I'll perform. I will be there.
That'd be sweet.
Or maybe some K-pop. K-pop's like
Oh
I
my
don't know what
god!
they're singing about, but
I'd love
man.
to see Taka.
But it sounds
Yeah.
great.
freaking Bob.
Yeah.
Oh my
They got
god!
some
I'd love
jams.
to see J-pop performance while I'm in Tokyo before I kick the bucket.
That'd be cool.
Oh.
You gotta fit it into 24 hours, but I think it's pretty doable to do a lot of what.
You like make it for
Please
like one
mention.
song to like do all the stuff you're talking about.
Midnight is like,
yeah, you kill over right there in this song. Like, this is my favorite.
What?
God, you're gonna get stuck, Kyrox. I might look away.
Whatever you do, Keel, just don't lay on the floor. We don't need another incident.
He's not
Please.
alone this time.
My
luckily.
bizzles and my back of the butt are like super tired.
Are they touching?
Just give you a wedgie.
Are they touching?
I've been having a wedgie for the past 5 hours.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Oh, a little while longer, you can get out of that. Get out of that.
I'm gonna have to spray the
costume.
hey, earlier he told me that he was he liked having the suit on, was comfortable, so maybe he likes it.
Mm-hmm. He did.
Getting used to the
yeah.
pain.
It-
used
no,
to it.
no confirmation or denial. That's what I heard.
Yeah. He's OP. Well, my last, I think our last go around on this similar topic will be, obviously, if you're choosing your last meal, if you're choosing your last 24 hours, you know you're about to be gone. You're about to die.
Mm-hmm.
That's a knowledge that you have. But obviously, the other side of it is to unexpectedly passing.
Oh.
So if you got to choose, would you choose to have no idea? And we're not talking pain or
I
anything
see.
like
I
that.
see.
We're just talking about you dying. Like, not how, but would you rather know, like, on this day at this time, my life is done? Or I have no idea. I don't want to know. I just want to live my life up until it's over. And you got to choose, which we don't, but it's fun to talk about. So if you got to choose, what would you prefer?
That is so morbid. It is fun to talk about.
Well, that's what you get when it's my week to host.
Yeah.
I love
you get
it.
morbid.
I am all here for it. I can tell you, I would not want to know personally.
Okay.
I just want to go when it is time to go.
Mhm.
I just think I
Respect.
don't know how, even with like the topic earlier with like you know, being on death row or whatever, or even if it's not as dark and just knowing it's your last meal, like both those things, like you have so much anxiety. So like just to one day have it quick. That's all that any of us can hope for, right?
Oh yeah.
And again, we're not talking pain or how. That's a totally different
Right.
conversation. Just knowing
But just
if
the
it's
knowledge
coming
of
or
it,
not.
like I feel like I'd be anxious like months before. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
probably like every time it pops in my head, like for like a year or something.
Mhm.
I don't want February to roll around or whatever.
Celebrating New Year's, and then you're like,
and then,
"Fuck this! I'm dying this year."
6 months, it would be like, ooh, like even worse, you know? And like
Uh-huh.
3 months, I'd just be like in my bed.
Yeah. Like, well, this is it, guys.
Yeah, staring at the ceiling. Yeah, personally, so.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
if I had to choose, I wouldn't want to know either. But the way I would really want to go is if they do the injection while in my sleep versus trying to warn me or be like, hey, get up, or they walk in with the needle. I would rather not know it's coming. I'd rather
you
be
talking
in
like-
bed, heavy sleeping. They do it then and there, and that's it. You know, it'll end it right there.
Mhm.
No stress, no nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyo, you look like
Yeah.
you're struggling.
Yeah, cute.
No,
we're like having these great topics.
I know what I do, but it's
Existentially thinking about death.
no, I don't like this.
Oh,
You
okay.
can skip. You can skip.
No, I can tell it. So it makes me think of your dad. Okay,
Mhm.
he knew for what? How many years that he had cancer?
He got diagnosed. They gave him 6 months, and he lived 17 years.
And I think I would rather know, because then I can shape. Like, not only is it going to make you more serious about life, but it makes you shape the relationships you have, promote the relationships that you care about, and just kind of put your hand into the next legacy.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Like seriously, that's how I would do it.
Yeah.
I would definitely do it that way, where
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell everybody how much I love them. I do everything I can with them, and I know it's coming, but I'm still alive. I'm pushing through,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Sure.
and I understand the easiness of just take me out randomly,
Yeah.
but I don't know. There's some people I've been with that had long-term issues, illnesses. I'm glad they didn't get taken out instantly.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and I kind of. Oh, go ahead, Angel.
I'm sorry. No, ironically, because I watched my dad go through the same thing before he passed, and what you're talking about, Keo, is exactly what he did. It's like some relationships that were broken at one point. He actually, remade amends with those people. They got to talk. They got to really reconnect again. And then family members that, like he would talk to, but wouldn't really be all there for, because he was a busy guy. It was the same thing. He would pass on the legacy to other family members, to especially his children, me and my siblings. So I know what you're talking about, and I totally agree that that's probably the better way is to know of, and then you can go and fix up what you need to patch. So
Yeah.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Farts.
Farts. Who?
Farts a lot.
He was trying not to get emotional. Is what that is.
Dog owner hasn't even done hers, so you can't do a fart joke right now.
Give me a hug, baby boy. Give me a hug.
Leave me alone.
Give
I
me
don't
a
even want
hug.
to be here.
Well, definitely piggybacking off Keo, and it's funny that I hadn't considered what your answer would be, but my 1 second. Micah, can you
Puppy.
my can you leave a little alone? My answer is the same. I would absolutely would like to know.
Yeah.
Maybe not like as a super young person, know like, hey, when you turn this old, but maybe a year or two in advance, I think would be kind of cool to know. Just for all the same reasons that Keo said, and even just to kind of get like your affairs in order.
Absolutely.
Kind of like growing up, I had a stepdad who we lost unexpectedly, at a drop of a dime. So kind of seeing what my mom and everybody went through with that. And then also losing my dad a couple years ago, we knew we were getting close, and we were able to have those lawyers appointments and get the business figured out and get this and his cars and whatever. And knowing that he was sick and getting close is the reason I moved to Michigan. I lived in Tampa, Florida. So it's just kind of like a small example of, well, if we kind of know, then other people around you and your family are going to kind of make moves too if they want to be with you, and you can spend the time with people that you really want to. And then working my job as a hospice nurse, when people see us come into the home at the very beginning, like at an admission or whatever, it can get really emotional, because with hospice coming in, it's like, oh, it's the end. So here we go. Their mom or dad or sister or brother, they're dying. And we try to come in and just be like, yes, that is true. But also using this time to really do the things that you want to do, say the things you want to say, spend the time you want to spend. So I think knowing when it's going to happen so that you can move, so your moves can be beneficial for yourself and your family and all that. It's scary.
Yeah.
But
it's interesting because like this was one of the questions in the hot take game. It was one of the first questions we did the other day with the flight attendants. Would you rather know or just like go out?
Oh, okay.
Kind of thing. And I don't know. Wait, I lost my train of thought. But I think I was still on this side, right? I wanted to just like go out like kind of quick, but like I didn't, I guess, think about, I mean, very selfishly, like the people around me and stuff. Like on your own psyche level, you're like, oh, like this, but I think it would even be better because like I haven't talked to any of my family about that now, like as a healthy adult, like why would I talk to any of my family about that now? Like I think it would probably be a better way to process any kind of death if you knew about it ahead of time. So you kind of turned my opinion a little. I'm not gonna lie. Like I thought about it
either way, but
it sucks. Oh my gosh, like a hospice standpoint, like you've definitely seen a lot of situations where
yeah, and just kind of even being a part of conversations that maybe a child is having to a parent that their whole life their relationship has been up and down, on and off. You see it a lot with dads and sons. And just seeing them have the opportunity to have that conversation of like just the closure. No need for details, but just the closure of it. It's like, oh man, this job is like kind of can be shitty, but also to see like the human relationship composure of it, knowing that someone's time is coming. It's been it's eye-opening. I mean, every day. So and I wasn't trying to get everybody emotional or anything. I'm genuinely curious. I'm curious because this is stuff that I think about all the time. And I'm always curious how other people think about it and perceive it and perceive death in general. I know it can be a really scary conversation. So kind of talking about topics today like your last meal, fancy or cheap, and what you would do in your last 24 hours, and if you would want to know or not know. It just kind of like gives me different ways for people to start opening up and talking about it. And it was fun to hear your guys' opinion on everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we can definitely. I wouldn't worry about turning on a lighter note. We can turn anything to a light note. So we're good.
Yeah.
we can make a light about anything. So.
Oh yeah.
That's very true. That is very true. So you doing okay over there, Kyrox?
Wait, you think
I will come hug you right now.
You think I'm crying?
I want to go give him a hug.
What side of Twitter are you on right now?
Don't touch Superman.
I'll watch your muscles.
So I looked up some famous last meals.
Ooh,
earlier.
okay.
Ooh, okay.
And one that shocked me was Timothy McVeigh was given a last meal. I think by the time you're a domestic terrorist, he's the Unabomber. You shouldn't get a last meal. I'm sorry. like I'm just saying, if one of the 9/11 guys like made it out alive, I wouldn't want him to have like 2 scoops of mint chocolate chip. Like
Yeah.
like that shouldn't be an option. Yeah, that shouldn't be an option. So that one was I was kind of shocked by. Do you know any other famous ones? You said that Ted Bundy rejected it, right?
Yeah, I know he just refused it, but
Yeah.
I don't really know any other ones off the top of my head.
Honestly, I'd probably refuse. Just based on
John Wayne Gacy
me
did
seeing
fried chicken as
videos.
well, so.
Yeah, and he was a manager at a fried chicken spot, so that's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of. Yeah, he made John Wayne Gacy. He made his employees call him Colonel.
Hey, listen to this. Kyrox, I don't know who Velma Bearfield is. Death Row Granny apparently, but she asked for cheese doodles.
I remember
cheese
that.
puffs.
I heard about her.
What's the cheese doodle?
It's like cheese puffs.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
and a Coca-Cola.
I would like to say that we are sitting really good and just chatting right next to a couple women showing their legs. Some of them,
Oh my gosh.
barely have a
Whoa.
top on.
Do it again, Pixel. Yeah. Yeah.
Which I'm going and just chatting, and they're either watching copyright infringed videos or they're showing it all. No dudes showing it all though.
I have nothing there. I'm just letting you know now.
But do we want to get into like what we've been watching this week?
Yeah. Let's do it. You want to start us off?
I've been I watched DC Infinite Universe Part 1, which is an animated DC movie. Which
Was it good?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty good. It's basically if you didn't see the new Flash movie, it's like that but different. Just the Flash going through multiple universes, and apparently they have it's called Tomorrowverse of those movies, the new DC movies, which I want to watch more of. I started watching Superman, but I fell asleep. But it was basically Flash going through different time periods, trying to basically protect everything. But he had his girlfriend, like he went back to like the day he met his girlfriend. Was like, oh, this is the day we're supposed to meet, and just all I'll say is he froze time for a long time. Like he had the ability to freeze time for a very long time to make everything right. It was really good. It was kind of cool seeing like all the different universe of superheroes meeting up, and you had a different universe, Robin meeting Batman, and the whole thing was really good. Other than that, not too much. I don't think I played anything other than Fortnite. I kind of want to play Suicide Squad, but I don't want to pay $70 for it.
Wait for it to come down. It'll go on sale.
It's gonna come down because it got bad reviews, and I think maybe I just play Gotham Knights or Spider-Man 2 in the meantime. And I know we watched a couple movies.
Yeah,
you can go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to hear what Andrew had to say. Has he been watching or doing playing this week?
I was about to say I wasn't even saying nothing yet.
Pal World.
I mean, I haven't played Pal World in a couple of days just because I've been busy with everything else.
So next week, DogOwner is gone. We gotta set up a night to play Pal.
I'm down.
Monday, I'm playing with the
I can do that when I'm home.
Yeah.
What the hell?
No, actually, I'm looking to go to bed anyway.
When you're gone, I kind of run loose. All right, it might be on in the morning, it might be at night. Who knows?
So lately, actually, I've been getting into this documentary kick, and every now and then, I will always watch any type of documentary from history to fiction, like aliens and stuff like little stuff like that. Or I'll get into goofy ones where I'll be watching like zombies and what people think how a zombie apocalypse will work and if it'll work and all that stuff. I've been watching stuff like that, and I actually been getting back into watching more documentaries in history on Japan with, all their daimyos, their castles, and samurai, ninja, all of that, and it's real interesting with all the stuff that you can learn, especially with ninja, and I'm a huge fan with ninjas. And you go to find out
ninja.
Wanna be my ninja, ninja. So when I went back and watched it, I kind of forgot, but almost didn't realize that a lot of the farmers back then in the feudal Japan era were ninja. They would actually pass off as farmers. A lot of their tools are farming tools. Mm-hmm. So it's like interesting things.
Yeah, like one of the the very common 3 trident kind of dagger thing.
Yeah,
isn't that a farming tool? Yeah,
that one, and they have one. It's like a dual blade with a chain attached to it, a long chain, and that's used for dirt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's
nunchucks.
Yeah, nunchucks are fun.
I might be wrong on this, but isn't the age of the ninja kind of small, like the age of pirates? It's not like that.
It's something like that.
Yeah. When it comes the grand scheme of samurai and stuff.
Yeah, and then the crazy thing.
Super cool. Yeah.
It's so amazing, especially you go to find out you have mercenaries now in the present time. The ninja back then were mercenaries, and no matter who they work for, if somebody paid higher, they would work for the opposition, even if they got paid by somebody else initially. So I've been getting back into that and looking into artifacts and stuff. So I've been really into that.
Very cool.
Yeah. You'll have to recommend some of those. I'll definitely be down to watch those.
Yeah, I'll send you some links.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah! Send them in our messaging so we can see them too.
I'll send them into the messages. It's dark in here.
I'm yeah, it just got dark real quick. Wait.
It's after light or after dark.
Something just fell.
Your booty itch.
Hey,
Excellent. It's a booty itch.
Is it booty itch? No.
What have you been watching, listening to, playing?
Well, first of all, off the samurai thing, there is an amazing samurai exhibit in Dallas. It's a personal collection, and this guy from the 1900s with bukus of money. What he decided to do with his bukus of money was buy samurai shit, and it's one of the coolest museums you've ever been to because you can see that it's a passion project more than just a museum.
Yeah.
And you get real close up to the artifacts. You can get real close, and it's really cool. And it's also cool to see because all that samurai stuff. It's relatively young. I mean, the age of the samurai ended the 1700s.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really well preserved. But that being said,
is this in Texas?
Yeah, in Dallas. It's funny because it's on top of a restaurant. So there's a restaurant on the first floor, and you walk up to the restaurant person, and you're like, "Hey, I'm here for the museum." And they're like, "Oh, okay." You go follow those stairs, and then you go upstairs, and it's weird. It's like a speakeasy museum. I don't know.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
It's not it's off the beaten path. And when I was there was one other group there. It was dead,
Wow.
And you can take up 3 or 4 hours there. It's not there's not a lot of stuff or anything. There's taxidermied horses with horse armor, samurai armor.
Wow.
No, seriously, taxidermied horses with samurai armor on them. Yeah. This guy he was loaded.
I would never leave.
Yeah. It's really cool. So highly recommend if you're ever in the Dallas area. Just look up samurai exhibit, personal collection, something like that, and I know people will be able to find it from there.
Cool.
What I've been watching, sadly. I was talking about it earlier. I've been watching Vinland, right? And I loved Vinland season 1. And Kyrox was like, "Oh, it only lasted 2 seasons, right? Last episode." It just changed as a show. A lot of people are there's half the people online are "Oh, you just don't like deep plots or whatever." And I'm like, "No, there's half the episodes are filler." Where they're just complaining and moaning the whole time.
This was anime.
The character turns into so his well, I don't want to like spoil it for people, but it's terrible. Don't watch it.
Well, you're telling us not to watch it. You might as well just spoil it, because I'm not gonna go watch it. Because you're telling me not to.
The first season, the guy is like basically an assassin. He's like a badass, right? When the second season, he decides to be like a pacifist. Well, like he just gets like beaten down left and right. He doesn't even like defend himself. Like you can throw a punch and not like kill somebody. I can understand that. Like, why can't you still like be like? Why is there no middle ground, right?
Yeah.
It like changes. So a good show, and what I thought about immediately, because I do like there's some strong like pacifist characters, and the one that I thought about was Nausicaa, I think it's called. It's one of the first Studio Ghibli movies. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like kind of like tree hugger-y and stuff. If people like, it's very nature and like oriented. Like, hey, let's protect nature and whatnot. So I wouldn't say tree hugger, but like but it's very good. They made a really solid character with Nausicaa and like how she did that and how she went about that. So there's good ways of doing it, and then this was not a good way of doing it. It was just like the character just completely changed. It was totally different from the first season. They didn't really prepare you for it. Like the first season was all about like vengeance arcs. The last one, just everyone just gets beaten down basically, and you're just like, oh, and this is how the show ends. You're just like, oh, everyone loses. I hate it. I hate it on so many levels, man.
I'm sorry. Well, did you have like a palate cleanser of like something else that you watched?
I literally finished it. I forced myself to finish it yesterday because I was like, "There's no way it ends like this." Like, I kept watching episodes.
Yeah, there's gotta be more.
Because I'm a person that like I'm like kind of a completionist when it comes to a lot of my stuff. So when it comes to like books and things like that, when I start them, it has to be really, 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 really bad for me to put it down. Like I don't know how to explain it, but my brain just doesn't like not completing something like that.
Yeah.
It's so.
No, I mean, it reminds me of Akame Got Kill. I thought that was a really good anime, and at the end, spoiler alert, everybody died. But the thing is it didn't even match up in the manga. The manga was completely different. And I couldn't remember the name. And I googled anime where everybody dies, and I got spoiled on the anime.
Oh.
Yeah, no. So Vinland apparently has an anime or a manga as well, and people were saying it was a lot better and stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some characters I really liked and stuff, and they just ended up being idiot. Like they just. Like, nothing acted like... In the first season, there's this guy that is, like, the enemy, right? The bad guy ends up being the good guy's father figure, right? And the good guy hates him. But, like, kind of still grows up with him, Yeah. And that's, like, such a cool arc. Nothing like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Nothing holding it up like that. So it's just like, ugh, come on. So, sorry to spoil it, but that's what I watched this week. Wasn't super great. Don't recommend. Watch the first season and just stop. You're like, oh, that was good. Vinland.
Yeah, just barely happy with that. That experience.
Yeah. And then, man, what else? I've been playing a lot of Pal World. Yes. One of the funny things about Pal World recently is one of my friends asked me what my favorite Pal was, and I'm like level 40, which is end game. There's only 50 levels, and I couldn't think of one of their names because obviously I don't care about them.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were playing on base, I'm like, what's this Pokemon?
I don't know, man. I was like, they just work for me.
I want to play Pal World, but I don't want to play without you or Angel.
Yeah,
Bryce said he'll join, so.
All right.
I can't play tonight.
No, I'm not playing.
No,
Superman has to go TT99.
Yeah. All right.
But
all right. I think it's DogOwner's turn, right? Wait. We got two more. Who hasn't gone?
I think just me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We already went.
Yeah. So, so I have one podcast and basically two documentaries. So my podcast is basically another true crime podcast. The one I recommended, My Favorite Murder, kind of incorporated comedy into it and telling true crime stories. But the one today I want to recommend is called Crime Junkie. It's these two girls, both named Ashley, and they host a show and they tell true crime stories in a lot of detail. It's a lot more of a serious podcast, and it's just really good. They've been podcasting for years, and they do a really, really good job. So definitely recommend them. And then one of the documentaries I watched, and because with Angel, when you said that you've been getting into documentaries, I was like, oh, me too. This past week or so, I found a couple. Sometimes it's hard to find a doc that moves along at a pace that you will not fall asleep to.
Yeah.
They sometimes, God bless you, Angel. Sometimes,
Thank you.
sometimes they will take a story that needs to be maybe this much and they make it this with filler, and it's like, fuck, like, come on.
Yeah.
But I've seen a couple. American Nightmare, which is it's been on Netflix for a little while now. It's about a guy who goes to the police saying his girlfriend was kidnapped the night before, and that he was tied up and drugged. And yeah, Keo and I watched it together, and girlfriend's nowhere to be found. So they start interrogating him hard, thinking that he had something to do with it. And then all of a sudden she makes contact that she's alive.
Dude looks like a ninja.
And then she's dropped off at her parents' home, like 4 hours south. It's based in California. So there's a lot of twists and turns. I'm not going to give it away. It's a newer documentary, so I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But I will tell you, if you have, in that little bit that I just told you, if you have a thought of what happened in your head, I can guarantee you're probably wrong. So go ahead and watch it. It's only 3 episodes, so it moves along. American Nightmare.
American Nightmare.
Yeah. Netflix. Only 3 episodes. They're about an hour, a little less than an hour long each, so it doesn't drag on. It's really good. So then the other... Oh, good.
I got questions.
I'm sorry.
That's the one that's like a documentary kind of feel, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. They show you they show you the interrogations of real time of when it happened, and then they have the people sitting dressed up with the Netflix production crew being like, how'd you feel about when a cop was jumping down your fucking throat?
Those are like always my YouTube rabbit trails. Be like, watch this person lie to the interrogators, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like, look at their body language here and stuff. I'm like, ooh, like I didn't. Yeah, like I love that kind of
stuff. And what gets me fired up, and I felt it. You can feel, sometimes you can look at some people in these documentaries and be like, you're a piece of shit, you're lying. This one, you will see some people that you're like, you are telling the truth, and this detective is so far up your ass, and it will piss you off. I'm like, I'm yelling at the TV. I'm like, he's telling the truth. Like, get off of him. Yeah. So it gets you a little emotional, but it's fun. It's fun to watch. And there's a resolution at the end. You find out the truth and what happened. So I kind of like that, like a nice like little box.
Yeah, and I thought when I watched it, when it completely way that I wasn't even expecting, completely the way
no spoilers.
I was talking shit about a bunch of people, and it did not go that way at all.
So definitely, I don't want you to spoil it, Keo, because sometimes you slip up. So I definitely recommend it. And then the other one is The Curious Case of Natalia Grace, which is the story of the 6-year-old Ukrainian.
Sorry.
The 6-year-old Ukrainian girl that was adopted out of foster care by a couple, and there started being allegations that this child was not 6. She has a rare spinal defect, and she's a little person. Yeah. And so as she was living in their home, the couple started being like, is this a 6-year-old or a 20-year-old?
Wasn't that a
Is
movie?
she faking? There's a movie called Orphan that is loosely based off this case.
Okay.
Fucking great movie. Yeah, and they made 2 of them. I love the Orphan movie. It's not factually based on this scenario, so I would suggest watching the movie and the documentary. But the documentary, it's on Hulu. It's on Hulu, and maybe Prime. I'm not sure.
I'll borrow your Hulu. It's okay.
That sounds good. No one else is on it, so we'll send you our login. It's another twist and turny. It will have you the whole, because there's 2 seasons. Yeah. The whole first season, it will have you sitting there thinking, how fucking old is this person, this human being? Are they 10 or are they 20?
Yeah.
And to the point where they even kick her out of the house and get her an apartment. And they check on her all the time. They buy her groceries, but she's living in her own apartment and she's doing weird shit with the neighbors. And you're like, again, is this a child's behavior or is this a lunatic who pretended
Dude,
to be in foster care?
Super want to watch.
It's wild. It's wild. So, The Curious Case of Natalia Grace. It's good. It's good. It is a little bit of a slow burn. But I think that it will pique your curiosity so much that you don't care that it's filler because it's still interesting information.
Okay.
So yeah,
Into that.
those are my recs. Yeah,
Well,
it's pretty wild.
To back up on that, yeah, I felt like it was a slow burn. I felt like they followed one person too much. And like, man, this person is crazy.
But you'll see why. It's the dad. You can say it's the dad.
And
You'll see why.
the girl, I don't remember what platform it is on, but she made her own documentary. Natalia.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think
I think so. I don't want to spoil it. Like so the clip I saw, they were like they did a test and like got the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that happened in this, or no, not in this one.
They do lots of tests. They do lots of going to court. I won't say which way, but they legally change her age. And but then they go back and say, no, that doesn't matter. We're still gonna go this way.
That's
and we're like, well, why does that? But
Okay,
they changed it, and yeah, it's.
So next week or next cast, I'll be like, all right. So the thing I've been watching is Natalie Grace.
I always respect it.
They dedicated it to Benzino.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Benzino dog.
Yeah. Well, I think that kind of wraps up our.
That's it.
Today
We did it.
An hour 22.
Woo, wow.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And if you guys
Fortnite
want,
dude, I'm so sorry you're late.
I'm sorry, Fortnite dude.
You can go back and watch the VOD.
Watch the whole thing. It might be on YouTube. It might not. We'll figure it
It's
out.
going to be on YouTube and Spotify. And if you guys want to find us, you can find us anywhere. Pixel at art_by_pixel. Kyrox at Kyrox7TV over at x.com, along with DogOwner at BeckDL44. And you can find me on Twitter as well under AoCRG0990. And yeah, I think that's about it, really. Anybody
All right.
else?
You still didn't move that laundry basket.
You can't even see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's like
Can't
my soul.
see it.
I'm gonna
He can see with his X-ray vision, dude.
here. Hold on. I'll cover it.
I still see the laundry basket over there.
I know, Keo's eyes gonna roll in the back of his head.
I don't think that's how it works, Keo.
Oh, he's X-ray vision.
God.
That
If I
went
saw-
over my head.
Oh man.
Real.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, co-host, for engaging in this topic of conversation and bearing with me and just being honest.
Bear with you? Come
You
on.
did
Yeah,
fantastic.
I was a little worried because some people get a little uncomfy. And I want to be respectful. So
One of
you guys are
Gord's
awesome.
good things is to be talking well against each other.
Mhm. You did good.
Me and Pixel.
He's writing down all of Gord's good things.
All right.
All right, we gotta go. We gotta
All right,
go.
later,
Good night,
guys.
everybody.
Peace out,
Goodbye,
everybody.
everybody.
Bye.